Buongiorno.
Buonasera.
Welcome to our recap for day 6. And today we come to you from our
Apartment.
dining room. Well, yeah, we've been in the apartment every day.
Yes, from our apartment.
We came to you
room.
from the bed the first day, then the couch in the bedroom, and today we're in rather uncomfortable chairs in the dining room.
Yes, they're quite solid.
We're just bouncing around the little B&B. It's pretty good.
Gives ourselves variety in the background.
Yeah, seriously. We're exhausted.
Yes.
Like that's a new theme.
But at least we found our courtyard this time.
Yes.
As opposed to last night. Which I think
Yes.
we talked about last night. But
Yeah, we did. We talked about that yesterday. We came home to the correct B&B today instead of the wrong one like yesterday.
Yes.
So we didn't have to call our host and ask him why we couldn't get into our place that wasn't our place. If you have no idea what we're talking about, feel free to see yesterday.
Yep.
So today, we woke up around 6 a.m.
6, yep.
Out the door about 7, got breakfast. Breakfast was decent.
Decent. Best cup of tea we've had.
But yeah, best cup of tea.
Yep.
And we ate at a little cafe on the corner of a really busy street that you could tell served the locals.
Yeah.
We're getting a little bit burnt out, just a little. Her so more than me. The Italian people love sweet breakfast.
They're not big on savory, and it's killing me slowly.
Yeah, finding a savory breakfast is a bit of a challenge.
I mean, I love a good croissant or pastry, but
As a compliment.
yeah, as a compliment, not as straight.
Yeah.
I like that as an add-on. Just one.
But anyway,
Eggs.
we had a good breakfast. Yesterday we had purchased 10 bus passes to use on our trip here, and I think we're going to use all 10 of those and probably end up getting more because we've been jumping on the bus. Our feet are just killing us. Our feet are so sore. I think they're worse than they were in Thailand.
Possibly because we don't have the Thai massages.
We do not have the foot massages, which is probably a big deal. But the other thing is the cobblestone roads. The constant angle placement and sliding and twisting and turning and different pressure on different parts of the feet. It's killing me.
Those are rough. Though I don't remember the streets anywhere in Thailand being that much better.
Well, they were more. Aside from potholes, they were solid. We jumped on a bus, went smooth. Mm-hmm. Took the bus out to the train station.
Yep.
I think there were 6 nuns on the bus with us.
Roughly.
Yeah, and they were so short. They were like all
They're some of the
4'10" to 4'11".
Some of the smallest women I've ever encountered.
It's like whatever nunnery they came from had a height requirement. Thou shalt not be above 5 foot. And
you shall not reach 5 foot.
They were tiny.
Yeah, some of the shortest women I've seen.
Yeah. So yeah, we took the bus out to the train station. Got there earlier than we needed to. We're just erring on the side of caution.
Yeah.
We caught our train out to Tivoli. So we spent the day out in Tivoli. Wonderful day. Really nice weather. Overcast day, thankfully, because if the sun's out,
God.
I can't imagine being here when it was 100 degrees. It must have been miserable.
Yeah, or more. Yeah, no thanks.
Yeah, really nice train ride out. No issue whatsoever. Nope. Sat across from a family who I would have thought, I think they were originally from China.
Originally from China, lived in Canada.
But
I think their daughter is in California.
Yeah. And we just chatted with them the whole way out. It was really nice.
Yeah.
We got out to Tivoli and we had a most wonderful day. Mm-hmm. We went to the Gregorian Villa. And we took a lot of pictures, we took a lot of video. I'm going to throw them up here as we're talking. But essentially, the Gregorian Villa was a reclamation,
yeah.
But they reclaimed the land. I think reclamation is like
it's a reclamation, but it's just said reclamation. I think.
English, it's only my first language.
It's fine.
Anyway.
We'll Google it. It'll be fine. I'm pretty sure that's how it is.
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
The history of this valley Villa
Villa.
Valley.
Yeah.
Villa Valley.
Villa Valley. Go.
You know, it was very famous back in the Roman days, and then it fell into disrepair. And I guess about 15, 20 years ago, Rome and Italy decided to reclaim it. And they put in a lot of money, a lot of effort. They have pictures of them pulling like washing machines and trash. People were using this valley as just a dumping ground. So they pulled all this trash out of there. And it's so gorgeous. I mean, what we saw was
stunning.
Stunningly beautiful. The fact that it had been abused by that is really sad. So they pulled all this trash out of there. They made this beautiful walkway that drops a couple hundred feet at least, down into the valley, back up on the other side. You pass multiple waterfalls, go through cave systems. Just gorgeous. We had a really beautiful, fun, magical day there. We did some. We just had a really fun day.
Yes, we did.
That's
good.
We're both lost in thought.
We're that tired. It's okay. But the hiking around was gorgeous. Seeing all the waterfalls in there was nuts. We got pretty close to some of the water runoff. The sound was deafening.
Yeah.
Even, and that was pretty impressive to see.
Yeah, the primary waterfall is well over 100 feet, so that was nice. We hiked up and out the other side.
Lots and lots and lots of stairs throughout this entire thing.
We walked around the town of Tivoli, which, holy crap, there are some steep hills.
There are steep hills and stairs.
Steep hills and stairs. So the whole time we're in this friggin' villa, we're going up, down, up, down, up, down. And we get out and we're going through Tivoli and we're going up, down, up, down. It's like, good God.
Her body's like, what are you doing?
There were a couple times we're walking down an alleyway and a car would come. And the car is like a side mirror to side mirror, barely getting down the alleyway. There's no room for it to pass us.
I swear at one point I saw them come within this far of hitting their side mirror on the wall.
Yeah, so we'd have to fast walk to a doorway or something that we could stand up in the doorway so the car would go by.
Sprint.
Yeah, we found a Focaccia?
F-O-C. Enter word here.
Say it again.
So, focaccia.
Focaccia.
It's a particular kind of bread that they use for sandwiches.
Mm-hmm.
And then they'll just stuff it full of tasty goodness and put these two focaccia kinds of bread on top.
So we didn't verify what this guy said. However, he claimed that their restaurant was a 3-star Michelin restaurant. And reasonably priced. It was priced like anything else.
Yeah,
but
it was one
damn,
of the better lunches we've had, I think.
Damn, that was good.
That was good stuff.
We went in there, and it was also one of the better beers, if not the best beer we've had since we've been here.
Yes.
It was actually an appropriately chilled beer. And German beer.
Yeah.
It was good German beer.
Yeah.
We got these 2 incredible sandwiches. We were living high on the hog.
Yeah.
We just sat in there for probably about an hour enjoying the scenery. We were sitting right on the side of this cobblestone street.
But also, another perk to this place was there were next to no vehicles driving by our dining area, which is a first, I think.
I almost biffed it tonight at dinner.
Oh, no. That's right.
So they put tables and they put chairs out on cobblestone streets because that's where the tourists want to eat. They're cobblestone streets.
Yeah.
So you've got holes and gaps and whatever everywhere. You shift your chair a little bit and the back end of the chair is going to drop down 2 inches, which is what happened to me tonight at dinner. I almost took the whole table with me.
Yeah. Jeez.
Yeah, so we're sitting like on this cobblestone street
the equivalent
on tables.
Tivoli, yeah.
Yeah, they bring you out your beer and you have to sit there and hold the beer glass the whole time because otherwise there's a good chance it's just going to fall.
There's a very good chance it's just going to decide to fall over of its own accord.
So that was fun.
Yeah.
We finished there and then we headed off to our second destination, which was the Estes.
I can't remember the name.
I think it's Estes Villa. And this villa is supposed to be breathtakingly gorgeous with one of the most complex set of ancient water fountains.
Yeah, throughout their gardens. The gardens were stunning.
Huge gardens with just, it has to be hundreds and hundreds of water fountains.
Yeah.
Some of them set to music, and we're talking fountains set to music from the 1500s.
Yeah. It was a stunning amount of work put into this place.
The negative,
sadly,
we got there and we walk in and they're like, hey, we're offering a discount today because the water's not flowing. So you have to understand we don't have water.
Yeah.
And me and Joe are sitting there like, well, we're here.
Let's gonna check it out anyway.
We're going to check out the gardens. Like, okay, it doesn't have water.
It's not that big a deal.
Well, let me tell you, it's like going to a water park and not having water.
A water park in off season, and you're like, well, this is...
You walk around, look at these gorgeous slides and be like, I bet that would be really good if it had water.
It just suddenly turned into a post-apocalyptic kind of environment, which was
depressing.
Which was a bummer.
It was so depressing.
The grounds were still pretty, but they weren't at their full glory, basically.
Yeah, and then you walk up to these complex, like fountains statues and would-be fountains and all this stuff, and it's just sitting there dried out with nothing going on.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh.
Yeah. And they don't even know when they're going to be able to get the water back on.
Yeah.
They're like, it could be tomorrow, it could be the next day.
They don't know. They don't know what happened. The water they lost water.
Yeah. Best we can do is, if we do decide to try and go back to see that, would be to call ahead.
Yeah, we have 2 free days. One of which is definitely going to be taken, going to the Pantheon and the Spanish Stairs and stuff like that. But we have another free day that we could possibly go back there.
Maybe.
We'll have to see.
We'll see if they have the water running. It might be worth it to go back.
We do have to be careful, though, as we're sitting here talking. I just saw in the news today that there is the potential for the high potential for a train strike coming up here in a couple of days.
That is right.
So that could, looking at our calendar right now, I think we're going to be okay. But that could affect even our plans to bounce out there.
Yeah.
Anyway, we digress. We came out of that villa. You know, it was nice. It was fun. It was sad not having the water. Yeah. We walked around the town a little bit more. Our feet were giving way. We got some more gelato.
Yes.
Good gelato.
It was good gelato.
I'm finding I like the combination. I can't believe I'm going to say this. Pistachio with chocolate chips. So
there are two.
You get
chocolate
2 flavors.
Chip ice cream and pistachio, basically.
So I get chocolate chip ice cream with pistachio, and I really like it.
Well, it's funny though. I feel like the pistachio has a slightly more savory flavor. So maybe the 2 combined with the sweet and savory is maybe.
So to my defense, when we got our first gelato, I asked. We had just came out of the restaurant. I had this piece of pistachio pie that was to die for. So the next day we got gelato. They're like, what do you want? I'm like, I want the pistachio, man. That shit is good. They're like, okay, well, what do you want as your second flavor? I'm like, I don't know. What the hell goes with a pistachio?
You're like, I thought I would just get all pistachio, but if you have a recommendation.
I don't know.
I'll try it when in Rome.
So when in Rome. So I asked the person, I'm like, well, what would you recommend? And that's what they recommended. I'm like, it worked.
Yeah, it worked. And now he's stuck on it.
Yeah.
And it's all good.
The train ride back to Rome was uneventful.
As it should be.
Yep. Oh,
wait.
Yeah, we're forgetting something. So we went down to see if we were ready to head back about 3:30. Our train wasn't until 5:20.
Yeah.
So we went down to see if we could get an earlier train. We couldn't. So we walked back into the city, and our feet are killing us.
They're hurting so bad.
And we walked to the first restaurant we came across, and we walk in and we're like, hey, can we get a drinks? Mm-hmm. And they're like, yeah, but you okay? They walk us into their dining room, and they've got chairs the whole way around the outside, and their tables are gone.
Yeah, they've cleared the middle of the floor, basically.
So they're setting up for a tango event that night. We're like, okay. Yeah, it's like, if you want to sit in the corner, you can sit in a corner, and as long as you're out of here by whatever. Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, sure. We just want 2 beers.
Yeah.
And it turned out the waiter was from California, so he comes over and he's just chatting with us.
Yeah.
He was happy to just be speaking to two Americans, I think.
Yeah.
We sat up here, and it turned out this restaurant had an epic view right over the Gregorian Villa that we'd been in the morning. So we could see the trails. I mean, check out some of these pictures. We sat in there. We had 2 beers, and they brought us out a bowl of croutons.
Croutons that are like as big as my thumb.
Yeah, we're
And
sitting
I'm like,
there.
how am I supposed to chew this without destroying my face?
Yeah, we're sitting there chewing the croutons.
They were good though.
I think the DJ was kind of getting ready to play some music, so he's playing some music. Me and Joe over there, like, just dancing.
Just vibing.
I wanted the West Coast swing so bad, but
If only our feet.
my feet were up to it, but hers.
Mine were not. They're like, no, get off.
I gotta give her a foot rub tonight. She's barely keeping it together.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
But we had a blast. We sat in there bullshitting with these 2 guys. Oh, well, check them out. We got a picture of them.
Yes, we did. At their insistence.
They insisted on taking this picture with them, and then they WhatsApped it to us.
Yeah.
It was just fun. It was a good time.
Still love the banter between the 2 of them, where the California guy was taking the picture with the other guy's phone, and the other guy was like, "No, that's," saying in Italian. It's like, "No, that's shit."
Take a better picture.
Take a better picture.
The guy takes another picture. He goes, "That's crap. Take another one."
I think we tried taking it 4 times.
Oh,
and,
more than that, yeah.
And our California guy was like, "It's not my fault. Your phone is not good."
Yeah, they were just going at it.
But he was so excited. This other guy was so excited. He's like, "Oh, give me your WhatsApp and I'll send it."
Yeah.
So we made friends. I don't really know how we made friends. It's because we were vibing to the music along with them. I don't know.
They were telling us.
They were suddenly like, "We need a selfie with you." I'm like, "You don't know us. We're not famous."
Yeah, and they're telling us, like, people are going to come to this tango event in these big dresses and get all decked out and everything. They're like, "You need to stay and dance." And we're sitting here all sweaty in, like, T-shirts and blue jeans. We're like,
I'll go pull out my ball gown from my suitcase.
Yeah, the guys, just stay overnight. Just stay. You're fine. Just stay overnight somewhere. I'm like,
you don't need to rush back to Rome.
We're not doing
Tivoli's,
this.
where is that? We're at the tango event. And I'm like, that could potentially be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Any other day. If we planned our day around it, maybe.
Yeah, so that was great. It was a fun little surprising
side
gem.
Tangent. Yeah.
All right, so then go back. We go down. We hop on our train. So we get to the train station. The train's a couple minutes out. The sign says Station 2. So we go out. We're on or platform 2.
Yep.
We go out. We're on platform 1. You have to go down some stairs under, and we come up on platform 2. And we're sitting on platform 2 with, like, I don't know, 40 or so people.
Yep, we're all just chilling.
And we're sitting there, we're waiting. And this train pulls up on platform 1, and somebody yells, and people are yelling in Italian. And of our 20 people, or I'm sorry, of our 40 people, like 20 go down the stairs, book across, and come up the other side. The other 20 of us are all sitting here looking at us, looking at each other. I'm like, is that the train to Rome? And the guy's like, no, the train to Rome's supposed to be here. He goes, I just looked. I'm like, but why did everybody leave? He goes, I don't know. So us 20 people are all sitting here going, was that, where's the train to Rome? What, are we supposed to be here? Are we supposed to be over there? None of us have a clue.
No.
All 20 of us are just lost.
Yeah.
None of us spoke Italian. All of us just spoke English. They're saying stuff over the speaker system that none of us understand. Yeah. Finally...
Was it like an employee? I don't even know who the guy was. He was just...
I think he was waiting for the other train that was going to be coming. He's like, people, that's a train to Rome over there.
Yeah.
20 people, like, booking it, running down the stairs.
Yeah.
Running back up to the other side. It was just a fiasco.
We're like, how is...
We made it.
Platform 2.
Yeah.
Why is it on platform 1?
Thankfully, we made it. And the train, it's not like the trains are marked, and there's no neon signs, and there's no...
No, the best you get is the brand of the train.
Yeah, and that's just it.
Yeah.
We're looking for, like, the train. We had a number. It was 4544.
Yeah.
I memorized it.
Yeah.
And damn, we got on that train. I couldn't see that number anywhere. It wasn't on any flashing, like, scroll bar.
Nope.
Whatever. Got on the train, got great seats, better
Thankfully.
train going home than we had coming out.
Yeah. Much better seats and airflow, which was nice.
About an hour ride, piece of cake. Got into Rome, Termini.
Roma Termini.
Roma Termini. Much better the second time around since we knew what the hell we were doing.
Yes.
A little bit.
A little bit more.
Walked out, a little bit of a fiasco, but we got on the right bus.
Had to run again.
Yeah, for some reason her phone just stopped working.
We're still trying to troubleshoot
the phone
that,
works. It doesn't connect to a network.
The phone works. I just can't get a map of anything.
You can't get a network connection, so we're fighting that.
So,
yeah, we got back. We went into the Jewish ghetto again. Had dinner.
Had dinner at the restaurant where we did the cooking
Yep.
class.
It was
the food was good.
The food was good. The wine
Chilled
was
red wine
not.
was weird.
Yeah, chilled red wine. Not a fan of it.
No.
The food was good. Our waiter was frazzled.
Frazzled a little bit. Yeah, he seemed to be short-handed.
Yeah, he was forgetting everything.
Yeah, he was trying. It's like me culpa.
Yeah, he forgot our silverware. Then he forgot to bring out the red wine. Then he forgot to bring us our bread.
But he did give us our food. So that's what
no,
matters.
he didn't. Somebody from the kitchen brought the food out.
And somebody else did bring out the silverware, and he made some comment. It's like, crazy old man.
Yeah.
Or something like that. I'm like, aw.
Guy from the kitchen brings out our food, and he looks at our table. He goes, "Where's your silverware?" I'm like, I don't know.
I did feel proud when I made the joke. I'm like, I'll just eat it with my hands.
Yeah.
And he giggled a little bit.
So we had a nice dinner. We're back here. We're getting rested up. We gotta be out the door tomorrow by
6:30.
If we don't want to eat, or we want to eat on the go.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we're probably.
But it is gonna be an earlier time.
She hasn't been able to figure out the buses tomorrow yet.
No, I'll do that after we're done here.
Yeah, we're probably gonna get out the door by 6:15.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I don't know. I was thinking 6:30. Yeah, you're right. 6:15.
It's going to take us a half hour, 40 minutes at least to get to the Vatican, and we got a big day in front of us.
We do.
All right, peace out. We will see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Arrivederci.
I don't like to say this. Arrivederci.
She's getting better.
Not really, but let's say it. Bye.
Bye all.